Okay, cool. We're not doing that. Let me do. Woven. Well, what the fuck? Am I dumb? Oh, oops. There we go. Yeah, we're not doing the bots and the self-promo shit. If you're a real person, fucking, I don't know, submit a ban appeal. I'm not doing that. Hello to the real people who are here. Not the bot. Anyways, hello. My throat feels a lot better now. So I'm actually going to be playing the game. That's what we're doing today. I'm actually going to play the game. It was a bit of a blessing, to be honest, that that was the stream that my throat was hurting on, because then I could end it in like a sort of okay area. But yeah, I was still upset that I didn't do the what was it? AI Somnium files yesterday, but I thought my throat felt good, and then it didn't feel good. So yeah, that was just poor timing. Above all else, it was just poor timing. Just give me 1 second here to open the game, and we should be all good. Just why isn't it pulling up? Come on. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me turn off this music and let me fuck with audio settings for this music. Where are the sound settings? Why can't I find sound settings? Do I have to open it this way? I probably do. I do. Okay, sound settings. Okay, what the hell? Whatever. I think we got everything set up here. Is it showing up? It is showing up. Okay. Let's fucking continue where we started with the bombing that happened. So, yay, bombs. Did I not? Oh shit, I was gonna change my Fugi, which I thought I did. Guess I didn't. I will do that next week then. Anyways, 24th of October, 9:11 a.m. Oh, that's a time. At the Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. Oh, fuck. Hold on. He was just, shit. The fucking doctor from Half-Life that I keep forgetting the name of every time that I forget what his voice is. Good morning to you, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, good morning, Professor. Sorry, I'm getting comfortable. Ready for today's proceedings? No! No, I'm not. I hope so. I should be. Even I, with nothing left to... Good morning, my dear fellows. I was not ready for Sholmes to show up right away. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, you're here. Great, cool. This is a change. I'm gonna move me slightly over here more. I just noticed that part of me was off screen, so I want to fix that. You're here! Why, naturally, a true gentleman stands shoulder to shoulder with his friends in battle at all times. Thank you. And also, this is a first. I really appreciate it. I'll see you later, then. Just, alright, bye. Now, Professor, we really need you to remain calm in the courtroom today. Yes, do try your hardest to not enter the witness stand uninvited again. Yes, I will. I realize it was a mistake, but my dear fellows, I must interject. Oh, you're still here, Mr. Sholmes. What's up, man? What's the matter? Surely you've overlooked some praise, have you not? To be cast in my direction, Sorry? I don't follow. Must I spell it out? I, the great Herlock Sholmes, the great detective of worldwide acclamation.
aroused at some ungodly hour to be here now. First thing in the morning. A miracle, if you must agree.
Well, if I must agree.
As you know, my sleep is quite impregnable.
What?
Iris had to employ her full gamut of tactics. She pulled the covers off, shook me, pocked both cheeks,
Oh my god. Dude, it's gotten to the point where if I don't immediately process what a word is, my brain is just like, oh, that's some British word I've never heard, and I said pocked, not poked. Oh my god. Okay. Fucking hell.
Poked both cheeks, punched me, and kicked me from the bed. Then she poured a boiling cup of her latest experimental blend on my face, and at last, I was bested.
Oh my. Iris has been busy. Iris doesn't have it in her to go that far. She's too nice.
I sense the spirit of a fellow scientist. One who relishes in the infinite possibilities of blending tea. I'm the one worthy of praise here, not Iris.
That was actually me fucking up.
This is my victory.
Is that...
Sorry to cut in.
Never mind. Sorry to cut in. Sorry, I had something stuck in my throat. Oh, Inspector Gregson. Good morning.
Gregson, my dear fellow. Why the grim expression at this delightfully early hour?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because I've been confronted with the grimmer expression, eh?
Dear me. Are you going to take that insult lying down, Professor? What? I don't know.
Poor Professor. Anyway, here's the paperwork you asked for. What paperwork? I asked for paperwork? What paperwork?
I took the liberty of requesting it yesterday. I had a feeling it may prove useful.
You wouldn't believe the hoops I had to jump through to get this brought out of the archives. It's the professor's autopsy report. Oh, the professor. Interesting.
The mass murderers?
Who killed 5 members of the aristocracy. Okay. Interesting. This really feels like case 5 type shit. Like, this is case 3. Right? This is case 3 or 4. I'm checking to see if this is case 3 or 4. Yeah, this is case 3. This feels very early on to be talking about, like, this shit. But I'll fuck with it for now. This is basically chapter 7. So, it was found guilty in a closed trial 10 years ago now. It was all done under wraps. And he was quickly executed soon after the trial. It's all in here. Killer's autopsy report. The killers or the Okay, this is about the professor. Got it. I don't know what to say. Thank you, Inspector. Now let me look at this before I forget. Redacted for confidentiality. Pseudonym, the professor. Death by hanging confirmed at midnight the 17th of June. Courtney Stevens. Okay, can we get Courtney in here? Or is that just like a name we're just trying to throw in here?
Yes, much obliged.
That was, wow.
Yes, much obliged, Gregson.
Us lowly lot at the yard are just doing what we can. In the shadow of the great Detective Sholmes, of course. If Sholmes ever becomes a victim in this game, I'm 100% going to blame Gregson first. Well then, Professor Hairbrain, this is it. Today we're going to lay all this to rest at last. Finally. I wish you the best of luck, Professor. Okay, question. Is calling someone Professor not, like, considered taboo? Because if there's a mass murder known as the Professor, if you call someone Professor, does it not, like, you know, make someone's skin crawl? I'm just saying, it seems kind of like... just seems kind of interesting that you would do that. I don't know. I suppose he'll be in there today, will he? Drebber? Yes, we expect the prosecution to summon him as a witness.
I'm still amazed that you managed to find him in just one day. I really owe you both so much.
Counsel and the defense. I keep forgetting the bailiff's voice, but it's changing every time. Fuck you. The trial is about to resume. Kindly make your way into the courtroom at once.
Aight. We.
This is it then. The final No, it's not. Funny. My heart's racing a little. I've not felt this before, actually. This strange foreboding. As if something's going to happen in this trial that I'm not ready for. But I can't let that distract me from the only thing that really matters. Finding the truth. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Truth. We love truth. We love the truth around here. Truth, baby. Woo!
24th of October, 9:30 a.m., the Old Bailey courtroom.
Oh yeah, I forgot there was a magician. Oh yeah, Bird Boy's joining us! In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session again. Resume the public hearing of Albert Hairbrain, here present, who stands accused of murder. Are the counsels for the prosecution and defense ready to proceed?
The prosecution is ready, my lord, with another guy here. We call him Bird Boy around this area, except for the two in the defense. They call him a different name that isn't relevant.
Sorry, I'm still butthurt that he's alive. The defense is ready, my lord. As promised, Lord Van Sykes has his apprentice with him. His apprentice with memory loss. Susato is also very upset by this notion. If I may, Lord Van Sykes, to bring some more exposition into this.
Yes, my lord. Please don't ask about.
There appears to be someone standing at your side.
Ah, yeah. My apprentice and assistant. The prosecution believes today's proceedings will see the complexity of this case rise considerably. And so I need my stress pet. Oh, or he could just... Damn. That's fucking cool, man. I didn't know you fucking did that. All right.
Also, he has a sword. Just want to point that out. That dude has a sword. If he points with it, I'm going to kill someone.
I therefore instructed my assistant to attend to ensure the smooth running of the trial.
And the smooth running of liquid refreshments, by the look of it. Can you not just drink like grape juice like the rest of us?
The way he holds himself, the way he moves. Could it be anyone else?
But he's still suffering from amnesia, so there's really nothing we can do at the moment.
I know, but this is so very hard.
It would appear the prosecution has done a fine job in responding to the demands of the court made yesterday. Understand you have successfully secured the engineer who disappeared from the scene of the day in question. Bitch, that was the defense! Don't give the prosecution the fucking jack shit of this. This was us, bro.
Yes, my lord. I intend to call him as a witness shortly.
Very good, very good. Good shit. Now then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, who have been chosen at random, just want to throw that out there. It's just convenient that we have both a magician and a doctor here, and a cop. It's completely random. To represent the will of the people in this courtroom today. Are you ready and willing to proceed? Of course, my lord. I'm sure we'll all understand the importance of doing our civic duty. I forgot what fucking voice I gave this guy. I'm just going to assume this was it.
I do so despise deception and deceit. I find it so very wearing.
I don't remember her voice either. I remember... Did I do Waluigi?
To take a man's life with a conjuring trick. It is against the magician's code, not to mention the law.
Sure, fuck it, that works. Any fake scientist should feel the wrath of God, if you ask me.
We have to listen to what's said on both sides of the fence, and is there on one is
come near Waluigi. Yeah. Look at, hold on, if it shows him again, the fucking magician, he just looks like Waluigi's fucking ancestor or whatever.
Wasn't like this in my day, wasn't like this at all.
If all parties are ready to proceed, you may begin, Lord Van Zykes. You saw? Okay, it's just Waluigi. That's, Your Honor, Waluigi. Before I do, my lord, there is a report I must read to the court. Oh, hello? Give it to me. Give me the thing. Yesterday, at the Great Exhibition Grounds, the evidence of primary importance in this case, a super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine which was installed on the experimentation stage, fucking blew up. Was deliberately destroyed in an explosion affected by an unknown person or persons. Except we know who it was. It was Drebber. It was what? An explosion? Like this guy? I don't know why I suddenly gave him a country accent. This is an outrage. Shut up. Yes, I heard this grave news yesterday. Scotland Yard submitted a report to my office in the evening. I read that the machine was blasted to smithers, and the wreckage reduced to ashes in the flames. I have here a photographic print of the scene taken in the wake of the explosion, if you all just casually look at it. Oh. Okay. Well, at least the thing about the drop hatch, that turned out to be correct at least, because that opened. So, yeah. Yes, a terrible business. Real fucking shame. He did it to destroy the evidence, did he? Fucking cheeky bastard. That Enoch Drebber. The court will take this print as evidence, counsel. Tiny man. I just have a little guy on my shoulder. He's adorable. I love him. This is my pet. His name is... I haven't thought of one. I feel like I did say one before. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I think I said a name before, I just don't remember it. Anyways. Late yesterday afternoon, the prosecution... the prosecution afforded to the machine by the Special Dispensation of Scientific Equipment Act was revoked, good fucking lord. However, before a thorough investigation could begin, the invention was obliterated from existence. As such... this will become a very different trial. Great! We love differency in these trials. Go do what you gotta do. Go do what you gotta do, Luna. As it stands now, with no evidence on which to draw meaningful conclusions, the authenticity of the kinesis machine will remain forever in obscurity. I don't believe that. Indeed, a most unfortunate state of affairs. I don't know why I turned into fucking... He did a graveyard smash. He did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. Oh. However, one thing remains clear. The victim's death was the result of the actions of the accused. Of that we can be certain. For it was the accused himself who was operating the machine, and who ultimately caused its loss of control. Bullshit! As Lord Van Zykes rightly says, this is a very different trial now. Don't use my own words against me. The accused accepts responsibility for his part in the events that transpired. He acknowledges that Mr. Assman died as a result of the accident caused by his machine's malfunction. I ran out of breath a little bit. However, unbeknownst to the professor, he was being deliberately deceived by a pair of very clever fraudsters. Fraudster! Sorry, I don't know why fraudsters made me laugh. Just a couple of little goofsters. A little bit of a mischievous gang. Names, counsel, if you please. The engineer, Mr. Enoch Drebber, and the victim himself, Mr. Odie Assman. Fuck, I forgot about that. So what exactly were these two men up to behind the defendant's back? The defense intends to expose that information, thus establishing the unequivocal innocence of the defendant. Bitch. Thank you, counsels. The positions of the prosecution and defense have been clearly stated. Lord Van Zykes, summon your first witness, please. If it's Drebber, I also am excited for Drebber. Where am I thinking? Okay. I'm excited for it to be Drebber because I want to fucking voice him. I like doing his voice.
At once, my lord. I still think that fucking Van Zykes is my favorite voice to do out of the entire cast so far. The prosecution calls the engineer Mr. Enoch Drebber to the stand.
Perfect. Hello.
State your name and occupation for the court.
Name, Enoch Drebber. Occupation. Hard to pin down, I would say.
See the black monocle? Yes, why do I feel as though I've seen it somewhere before?
Oh, you too? I had exactly the same feeling myself.
Your file indicates that you are currently being investigated in connection with another case. The theft of a waxwork model, is it? A most extraordinary sounding business.
But that has no bearing on the trial, I assure you. Leave it from your mind.
Oh, I gotta readjust myself. Okay. You're familiar with the public experiment carried out at the Great Exhibition some days ago? The accused super high voltage instantaneous kinesis demonstration.
Yes, you could say that. I am aware of it. There was a terrible accident, wasn't there?
Give me the thing.
The thing.
It was you, Mr. Drebber, who constructed the vast machine used in the experiment, or so our investigations indicate. Can you confirm your involvement?
Yes, I constructed it. In precise accordance with the blueprints, but that's all.
Then the courts would be very interested to hear your thoughts about the machine, I'm sure.
Squiggly, squiggly, diggly. Should put that on -y. An amazing device, if you ask me. The pinnacle of modern science, making instantaneous kinesis a reality at last.
What?
Good, what the fuck? Do you mean to say it fucking worked? That the experiment was bona fide? Is that your belief, sir?
Yes, that is very much my belief. Such a waste that it blew up to a bomb I put in it. Oops, who said that?
Objection, you put the bomb in there, bitch! But we've already established the machine was nothing more than a prop for an elaborate conjuring trick. No, we haven't. You've established nothing of the sort. Oh, I thought I thought his friend disappeared. I thought because his hood is like a... God damn it. All that was shown during yesterday's proceedings is that the same outcome could have been produced by means of staged trickery. Nah! The defense merely proposed a method and demonstrated its feasibility, nothing more. But no, we got proof now, motherfucker! Proof! Exhibit A for exhibit proof, bitch! This is A for A proof, bitch! But you're full of shit!
We've procrastinated long enough, I feel. Witness, you will now give your formal testimony, of which the defense will immediately find what's wrong with it, about the machine that you constructed for the purpose of the demonstration at the Great Exhibition.
Understood. I will lie through my fucking teeth. Witness testimony. The kinesis machine. I don't know why I'm still doing the voice. I met the young professor approximately 1 year ago through Mr. Assman's introduction. He provided me with the blueprints, and I constructed the machine to his precise specifications. It was no trick. If the whole show was a fraud, it would have required a body double. Tell me, did the victim have a twin? All the spectators saw the bird cage appear from above their heads and then crash headfirst into the crystal tower. A terrible accident, I grant you. Perhaps the science on which the machine was built was flawed somehow?
So we're back to my idea of a body double. Yeah, wax. Bitch. So is this my way of proving the wax work? Because this bitch made a wax. Because that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that it's a wax fucker.
There's no real proof that it's wax, though. That's the thing. Like, nothing in this photo says it's wax. There's nothing here saying this dude is wax. Hold on. Hold on, methinks. Yeah, there's nothing here proving that he's wax, really. Killer's autopsy of the professor. This would be the only thing that really points to it being a wax work. But... And I can't, like, grab people, otherwise I would grab Tuspel. Okay. But we'll figure it out. A body double? That goes without saying, surely. To give the impression that something has moved when in reality it hasn't. It's a basic conjuring principle. The deception cannot be achieved without substituting the original with a fake at some point in the performance. But would I be right in saying you haven't managed to establish anything along those lines? Incidentally, the prosecution has already confirmed that Mr. Assman has no twin siblings.
It's my understanding that this witness is well versed in conjuring artfulness. But such talents do not indicate that he was actually able to accomplish what he claims. Namely, the construction of what, by all accounts, must have been an extremely complex scientific machine.
Whatever do you mean?
Yesterday's proceedings brought the true nature of your past exploits to light, Mr. Drebber.
Indeed it did, my lord. As a swindler who preys on innocent scientists to elicit a government grant money through conjuring know-how.
Yes, it's true that I possess considerable knowledge of stage magic. But crucially, my scientific knowledge more than matches that of any academic in the field.
Investigation of the witness's workshop attends to that claim, my lord. As evidence, the police found this Royal Society trophy for young talent.
I just thought of something. Sorry, I slowed down my speech because I thought of something. Can we open it? We cannot. Fuck. I thought it would be openable. It isn't. Fuck, okay.
Yes, that's true. We spotted it there ourselves.
If a hypothesis is sound, it can always be forged into a physical manifestation with sufficient skill. Though I may have sold the secrets of some deceptive wiles to sniveling, talentless scientists in the past.
Would you therefore assert that the explosion of the machine was
an unfortunate accident? Or, of course, a deliberate act of murder carried out by misuse of the science. So he's saying someone else did it?
counsel for the defense? Your cross-examination, please.
Yes, my lord. Fucking piece of shit ass. Fucking old man. The kinesis machine. Met the young professor approximately 1 year ago through Mr. Aston's I don't really want. Okay. Hold it. So you were already acquainted with Mr. Assman himself? Not really. By chance, I'd seen his name mentioned in the papers. That's all. But I had no interest in his private affairs. He was an unscrupulous investor. It was no concern of mine. As long as people pay their bills, I take up my tools and construct what they ask for. So why did Mr. Assman approach you in particular then? Who can say? I presume because my name is associated with excellence in engineering. That is a bold-faced lie. Not to mention excellence in fraud. Beep. Hard to gauge, but the point is, all I did was construct the machine according to the blueprints I was given.
In other words, the kinesis machine was built on solid scientific principles.
Yes, you might say that. Professor Hairbrain certainly has a mind like no other. Okay, well, that's not really helping our case. Bullshit? It's clear that you have both scientific knowledge and knowledge of conjuring magic, however. The more knowledge you have, the better equipped you are to handle whatever comes along. But your implication is that I furnished the machine with some trickery, I think. It's a possibility that we have to explore. Unfortunately, though, the machine has been blown to Kingdom Come. So there's really nothing left to explore, is there?
It appears that the kinesis machine was fitted with a timed explosive device of some kind.
And there's nothing left of that device either. Not a single shred of evidence remaining, I hear. Must have planned this from the outset, fucking bitch. But in any case, it's abundantly clear that the experiment couldn't have been a trick. If the whole show was a fraud, it would have required a body double. Tell me, did the victim have a twin?
Hold it!
Hold it! I feel like if I press this, it'll lead me down the road of, wax. Of course, that's it! Mr. Assman had a twin!
Objection!
No, he didn't. We established this, you fuck. Perhaps my learned friend wasn't listening earlier. Mr. Assman had no twin siblings.
No, I heard you before, but the thread of hope hadn't quite left me. The demonstration could have been a trick if there was somebody who looked sufficiently like the victim. But Dr. Scythe absolutely ruled out that as a possibility.
Give me the thing. Here's the thing. It is beyond question that the victim himself, Mr. Assman, did move from the stage to the Crystal Tower. Fingerprints found at the scene attest to the fact.
So it can't have been orchestrated using someone who looked identical to Mr. Assman, then. Doesn't have to be a real person, though. What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh, no, it's nothing. It's just the fucking way we get out of this.
Just that the idea of someone who looked identical to the victim is playing on my mind. Okay. All specters saw the birdcage appear. Right, no one's denying that. Terrible accident, I grant you. Okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try the thing. But I'm gonna save in case I fuck up. But I'm gonna try the thing. Because if it's a wax work, that kind of immediately helps every single area of this.
Objection!
Fuck! Damn it! But it has to be a wax work. There's nothing else it could fucking be. If it's really a conjuring act, which we know it is, because if it wasn't a conjuring act, that would mean that instantaneous kinesis is a thing, and we've already established that to be demonstrably false. So I'm really fucking confused. Anyways, hold your fucking shit. It crashed head first, you say? According to the many witness reports from those there at the time, yes. Were you not there at the exhibition grounds on the day, you stupid bitch? Unlikely. I rarely leave my workshop. Yet another of your unique inventions was found at the scene. Oh no. Well, it was the unveiling of a machine I'd labored over for many months. Labored. Fucking God, they put a U in there and it made me think things. It was clearly with my own eyes. I saw it clearly with my own eyes. The birdcage plummeting headfirst into the tower. What a surprise. I believe the victim's neck was broken from the headlong fall, wasn't it? How would you have come to that information, or come by that information? Even an infernal recluse like me reads the newspapers, you know. According to the reports, 2 injuries were apparent on the victim's body. Yes, he'd been stabbed in the chest by a screwdriver believed to belong to the defendant, and he had a broken vertebrae as a result of the fall from a considerable height. Correct. My learned friend has been doing his research, it seems. Do you know why, or do you know which injury was the fatal one? Sadly not. Forensic science is not yet at a level where such things can be determined. What we do know is that the victim died having sustained both injuries at some point during the experiment. And since he was found in the birdcage with his neck broken, it's obvious that he fell from a considerable height. I suppose that's hard to deny. See, I know what the thing is, I just don't know where he put it. Terrible accident, I grant you. Perhaps science on the machine was built. Well, yeah.
Hold it!
No one's denying that, you fuck. So you understood the science, did you? Not in the slightest. Oh, right. As I've said a number of times, I am an engineer. My job is to manufacture according to the blueprints I am given. I would be inviting manifold problems if I foolishly allowed my brain to digest the ideas behind them. Okay. I could be accused of stealing those ideas, for example. But how is it possible to construct a machine without really understanding the principles it relies on? There we go. Well, you're practicing law without really understanding the principles it relies on, aren't you? A very good point. Stand up for yourself, Mr. Naruhodo. What the fuck, man? The point is, the experiment resulted in instantaneous kinesis taking place. As such, the science must be sound. Yes, and really, experimental results are all that matters when it comes to proving a hypothesis. Fucking hell. He's certainly very sure of himself. What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, now that the machine has been completely destroyed by yesterday's explosion, it's going to be impossible to argue its authenticity one way or the other. Okay, my Fugi's being fucked up. Okay, I don't know what's happening. Hold on. I'll try this. Okay. Oh. I'm causing more lag. Okay, I think I maybe fixed it. But if we're unable to establish that it was a piece of stage trickery rather than a genuine science, he will have no grounds on which to demonstrate Professor Harebrain's innocence. Yeah, that's right. Both Mr. Assman and this man in the stand tricked the professor and used him. They took advantage of his naivete and his unbending belief in his work, and I won't let them get away with it. And seeing as the professor is an old friend of Lord Van Sykes, what on earth must he be feeling towards Trevor? Okay. 1 year ago, through Assman's introduction, he provided me with the blueprints and I constructed the machine to his specifications. It was no trick. Okay, let's think about this. If we show this and show it as proof of the trick? No. No. Statement would seem to be at odds with the evidence. No, it wouldn't, because it was wrong. I'm cheating. Okay. If the whole show is a fraud, it would have required a body double. I know it was a fucking waxwork, but I don't know how to fucking initiate, like, proving that. Okay. We're gonna take the long way around with this, because I am fucking up. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Oh my god, it's finishing. I'm cheating. Yep, you caught it. Alright, so I met the young professor. Okay, well, right. There's nothing really. Okay, well, nothing. It's not like anything's gonna be. Provide me with blueprints and I construct the machine. What a bird cage. See, there was something here, wasn't there? A broken piece. Right. Okay, well, this doesn't really. Yeah, nothing here really. The whole show is a fraud. Need a body double. I've already put this in there. I already put that. Or, well, there's no point putting this because this is unrelated. Or not unrelated, but in this moment, unrelated. I already tried the waxwork head. Size trophy could be no point. Piece of broken glass. Wouldn't prove anything. Camera from around the neck of the waxwork, Mr. Driz. Not I don't know. Okay, well, none of these are really proving anything, so let's just do this. Spectators saw the birdcage appear above the heads. That much we can confirm with. What if I... Maybe?
Objection!
Oh, what the fuck? We've examined the bird cage that crashed into the crystal tower ourselves. As you can see, the cage, which is a wooden construction, has sustained damage in one particular spot. Following the explosion, it fell some 30 feet into the glass of which the crystal tower. That level of damage is to be expected, surely. I agree. The damage itself is entirely understandable. What doesn't make sense is the Oh, right, because if it was a head-on collision, why is the damage by his feet? Okay, fucking figured it out. All the breakage of the wood are at the base of the birdcage, not the top! What are you saying?
That's the opposite of where it should be. What in the fuck?
That's right, my lord. The birdcage that was at the scene is damaged at its base. So we have reports of the birdcage falling headlong into the crystal tower, yet the damage is at the bottom. The only way to reconcile these two facts is to accept that there were two bird cages in play that day, which were at some point switched. Switched during what wasn't a scientific experiment at all, but an elaborate piece of stage trickery, bitch. Gah. What the fuck?
Good gracious! Explain yourself, witness. What the fuck is this?
Well... If we examine the facts, there's only one logical conclusion we can draw. The damage on the base of the birdcage clearly indicates that it crashed tail first into the tower. Fuck you! But multiple witness reports claim it fell head first. The birdcage materialized in the sky next to the balloon flying over the stage, following a spontaneous explosion. It had an altitude of some 60 feet above ground level, which is approximately 18 meters. It then proceeded to fall some 30 feet into the crystal tower in the ensuing I didn't read it. Witness reports amid such chaos are notoriously unreliable. But the victim's neck was broken.
Yeah, fuck your bullshit.
He plummeted 30 feet inside a heavy wooden cage. However he fell, it would be unsurprising to find one or two of its vertebrae crushed.
Oh? Drebber? A riveting scientific analysis of events from the prosecution there. Though, to be even more rigorous, you would have to say it was only one vertebra, actually. He wasn't quiet for long. I find it hard to see what's motivating Lord Van Sykes. This witness is clearly a swindler and one who deceived a personal friend of his. I don't know why I started on the word friend, but... If you're going to establish this deception, do it right. Sorry? I feel like that's the undertone here. Ah, yes. And there's one more point. The defense appears to have forgotten. It obviously wasn't a trick, as a certain truth very plainly demonstrates. What? What are you on about, bitch?
It seems to me that the cross-examination had better continue until we resolve this matter. Mr. Drebber, you will amend your testimony with details of this truth.
Of course. We must treat the matter scientifically, after all. I nearly had him there! I am doing the robot. What the fuck? Okay, what is this? The kinesis clearly took place because there's nowhere else 30 feet high for the birdcage to have fallen from. You're full of shit. Doing the robot. Okay, so I know what it is. I just don't know. Alright, I'm gonna save. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. What, you want me to lie and say I'm not afraid? I'm afraid. I'll admit it. Okay, now let me back up and present this?
Objection.
No. No. I guess we'll press it first? What do you mean? Well, before the demonstration began, the victim was alive on stage in front of the audience. Yes, there are lots of witnesses who saw Mr. Assman on the experimentation stage, that's true. And the victim's neck broke as a result of an impact following a fall. Logically, therefore, the victim must have fallen from somewhere. Give me the thing. The balloon that exploded was at an altitude of 60 feet. The point of impact on the tower was 30 feet up. The difference of 30 feet is therefore the total distance the birdcage fell. And there's no other location from which the birdcage could have fallen in that distance. Oh, I see what I was doing. Ergo, the victim himself must have been beamed from the stage into the sky above the Crystal Tower.
A trenchant scientific analysis. Dear me, every time I hear it explained, it sounds increasingly plausible.
Oh, yes. It's all very well thought out. Certainly all the spectators on the day saw it. Birdcage plummeting 30 feet into the air, I mean. Irritatingly, yes. Okay. Oh, then I know what I gotta do. Hold on. Shut up.
Objection.
What the fuck? Fence that's fucking bullshit ass mother. Fuck you, man. Wait. This is what we have to present, right? Okay, that's all we need. The kinesis clearly took place because there's nowhere else 30 feet. And yeah, it fell from there and somehow went this way. Unless he's, wait.
Objection.
Oh, he's denying it was in a fucking hot air balloon. Oh my god. Fuck. This is a diagram of the experimentation stage and its surroundings. I thought he was fucking, okay.
I get it now. He was denying that it was out of a fucking hot air. Okay, yeah, all right. We know that somehow the birdcage appeared in mid-air before falling down into the crystal tower. A fall about 30 feet or 9 meters. However, if you examine the diagram carefully, you'll see that there is one other possible location from which the birdcage could have fallen. The same distance of 30 feet. No. I'm very lost.
Well, it appears the defense has a possible explanation to put forward. Go ahead, counsel.
Yes, my lord. Of course. I'll do the thing.
You will indicate the place to which you are referring on the same diagram.
Oh, wait, what the fuck? Wait, I'm a little confused now. The alternative location in which the birdcage could possibly have fallen the requisite 30 feet. Oh, yep, here.
Take that!
If it had fallen from here, the birdcage would have... Never mind.
Objection!
Never mind. Never mind. If that's my learned friend's claim, I suggest he demonstrates before the court, personally. Huh? What? Okay, I got that wrong. I'll admit it. Your Honor, I got that wrong. 30 feet up, but anyway, no. Okay, alright.
Don't give me recourse to make the next fall from 60 feet up.
You will indicate a place to refer to this diagram. Wait, I'm lost now. From which the birdcage could have possibly fallen the requisite 30 feet. I'm gonna save. I'm afraid. It has to be they're talking about the trap hole. The trap door, right?
Take that!
There it is. Okay, I just did it in the wrong area, but should have. The place I'm referring to is here. Balloon, no. So the balloon is where, like, we've been saying it's fallen from, that they shot. Hold on. Because there's, like, this thing that shot into the balloon, and we're saying he fell out of that. And now we're saying, like, he could have also fallen in the trap door from the machine. Like, fallen down into this thing another 30 feet to here. I just clicked the bottom instead of the top. The place I'm referring to is here!
But that's where the birdcage would have been to begin with!
Which is exactly the point, my lord. Yes, the birdcage was in the machine on the stage, but what we must also consider is the height of the stage itself.
Go on, counsel.
It turns out that the experimentation stage was built at a considerable height above ground level. If you look at the diagram, in fact, you'll see that it's about the same height above the ground as the balloon was above the crash site. When the experiment got underway, the machine and the birdcage were engulfed in steam. At the moment, the floor of the stageway, and if we assume there to be a void underneath, this birdcage and the one seen by the audience would have fallen almost exactly the same distance.
Hey.
Blah, blah, blah. Fucking damn it. Bitch. Once again, my lord, this all points to the fact that there was not one birdcage, but two. To be fair, I didn't see the full case. Nice. Yeah, no, that's fair. I was just explaining it to you, so you understood.
Objection!
Objection! You're full of bullshit. My learned friend has no evidence that the stage had such a contrivance in its design. I cannot read. Fuck you. Someone is responsible for the criminal destruction of the kinesis machine itself, it's true. However, the stage still stands. And take a moment to look at the photographic print, the scene following yesterday's explosion that I would like to point out that the prosecution gave us. Thank you.
Good lord, the metal grill that formed the floor of the machine is undone.
Yes, most likely blown up by the force of the explosion that destroyed the rest of the machine. The defense calls for the space below the stage to be investigated immediately! Fuck you, Drebber! I'm on to you, bitch!
Mr. Drebber! It was you who built the kinesis machine, which means that if you who built the 2 bird cages... What? Oh, fuck, Jesus, I misread that hard. Which means that it was you who built the 2 bird cages that were used to carry out this deception. Whether Professor Hairbrand's hypothesis is sound or not makes no difference. Because it's the construction of this machine that matters. A machine designed to take Mr. Assman's life. And laid the blame firmly at the professor's door. Something that could only have been carried out by you, Mr. Enoch Drebber! Fuck. Nice.
Objection!
Objection! Alright, cut the cork. Thank you. God damn it. If my learned friend has reached the end of his wild assertions, as my guy puts his sword back in the sheath, the prosecution would like to crush the defense's argument slowly but surely. What? Your argument fails to hold water on 2 counts. 2? Firstly, before and after the experiment, the witness went nowhere near the kinesis machine. Every relevant member of staff, what the fuck? Well, that's a fancy way to open a bottle. Yeah, no, he's done that so many fucking times throughout the course of this game. He's just like, you know what? I'm either gonna throw the bottle behind me, or I'm just gonna crush the cup in my fucking head. Fuck you. Every relevant member of staff from the exhibition has attested to that.
And I believe members of Scotland Yard have also been on watch duty at every public experiment.
In other words, Mr. Drebber had no opportunity to switch the alleged pair of bird cages. Fuck you. But I've already explained that he wouldn't have needed to. The nonsense with this crossbow, that doesn't bolster your case at all. The man who disappeared from the stage and the man who crashed into the tower are one and the same. The forensic investigation team's report is unequivocal on that point. The second flaw in your assertion is a distinct lack of motive. Why would this man have wanted to take the victim's life? He had no reason to do so. A motive? Do I have to think of everything myself? Yes! Oh my god. Give me the thing. Here's the thing. I have here a contract provided by the witness.
What contract is this, Lord Van Sykes, and why didn't this come up earlier?
The contract into which Mr. Drebber entered with the victim, Mr. Assman. It reads, Mr. Drebber is to receive 30% of all remunerations from government grants or other income.
30%? Certainly very favorable contractual conditions.
But there was one very important provision bolted onto that clause. What provision? Mr. Drebber may only uphold this right on condition that both contracting parties are alive. Interesting way of phrasing that. In other words, if either of us were to die, the contract would become null and void. So you see, I had nothing to gain from Mr. Assman's death. The diametric opposite, in fact. Need I say more? The witness had neither an opportunity nor a reason to commit the alleged crime. In short, the possibility of Mr. Drebber having done as you suggest is nil. I need water after that scream. Give me 1 second.
It seems the defense's assertion was somewhat wide of the mark. Lord Van Zykes, you will submit the contract as evidence, please.
Okay, let me fucking read this thing. Well, I'm depressed. Alright, so while this... Okay. Terms of investment. The investor, Mr. Odie Assman, hereby enters into contract with the provider, Mr. Enoch Drebber, to fund labor and materials for the construction of a super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine. Mr. Drebber is to receive 30% of all remunerations from government grants or other income. Mr. Drebber may only uphold this right on condition that both contracting parties are live. Signed, Odie Assman and Enoch Drebber. Didn't we have something else with his signature on it? Maybe it's not evidence, but we was that the same signature? I think it was. Fuck, okay. It's true. If Drebber had no opportunity to switch the birdcage under the stage with the one in the Crystal Tower, he couldn't have done it. And in any case, I have no idea what his motive might have been. There is one aspect of your argument that still holds true, however. That the thing opens. There were 2 birdcages. The prosecution is unable to deny that. So I'm sure that you're on the right lines, Mr. Naruhodo. I've no doubt that there are other aspects of your assertion that are undeniable truths, too.
Well, it would seem that the defense has no rejoinder to offer.
Well, I must say I'm a little surprised. I came here to testify about the machine I built, and instead, my reputation is defiled. But the prosecution's counter has set the record straight, I think. It's impossible that I'm the culprit.
Objection!
Objection! Big surprise! The protagonist does not give up so easily! At the beginning of this trial, we believed that there was only 1 birdcage. Yet now we know there must have been 2. In other words, there was more to the demonstration than we realized at first. Fuck you, Drebber. I think it's abundantly clear that the same applies to the culprit. Get to the point. The stage demonstration was constructed and set up in its entirety by you, Mr. Drebber. Therefore, it's inconceivable that you had no hand in the events that transpired. His face! Wait, I want to zoom in on his, he looks so silly. Oh, hello. He looks so silly. Hold on. Look at his fucking face. Look at how angry he is. He's so angry. I don't know why this facial expression is making me laugh, but he just looks so angry. All right, let's put this back. He's so upset. He's like, how dare you? So if circumstances mean it's impossible that you could have carried out the crime yourself, it points to the fact that someone else was involved.
Someone else? Counsel, are you suggesting?
Yes, my lord. Mr. Drebber had an accomplice. No, he didn't! Stop it! Stop fucking up my case! An accomplice now. Well then, I presume you're prepared for what's to come. Now that you're accusing not only this witness, but someone else of the most serious of crimes. Wow, I had not thought about accusing someone else of murder. Do I yes, I know what I'm doing. Fucker. If these accusations turn out to be false, then make no mistake. The prosecution will demand an equally serious punishment for your slander.
Well, counsel, do you intend to pursue this course and formally accuse another party of involvement in this matter?
I'm going into my brain. What do I do here? At the moment, This is little more than a hunch on my part. I don't know for sure if Trevor had an accomplice, or even if he really is the culprit here. I'm so sad. Why would you say that? One way or another, though, I have to make my position clear as a lawyer. So what's my stance going to be? Did Trevor have an accomplice or not? Name the bitch. The defense is ready to name Mr. Drebber's accomplice. Somehow the two bird cages must have been switched. Everything points to that. Yet according to the coroner's report, that's not a possibility. Ugh. But the inconsistency itself is a clue.
Counsel?
Huh? My lord!
You have received a stark warning already. If you are nevertheless determined, then I must now ask you to identify this alleged accomplice by name. So, your answer, please. Who do you claim to have been Mr. Drebber's accomplice?
Esmeralda fucking Tuska,
Take that!
bitch. Unless I was wrong.
Who is this person?
Someone in...
Oopsies. Oopsies poopsies. Oopsies poopsies, oopsies poopsies. I did a fuck up. I did a fucky wucky. Oopsies poopsies. You surely won't say you don't know, would you? Ah!
I'm sure you simply slipped and pointed to the wrong person, didn't you? There's no other explanation. No, there is. I just fucking... Let's lose this time, please, counsel. Okay, well, now I have to think. Obviously not, obviously not, obviously not, obviously not. Why would Assman want to die? And we're not gonna say fucking hairbrain. You're the only other one. Hold on, let's go for this back. Drebber has no reason. Or, Drebber's like the only person that has a reason, but we're trying to prove his accomplice. Scythe has no reason. You're a child. Balthazar Loon. There's no reason it would be Balthazar Loon. Tuspel, I thought, because of waxwork. I'm convinced it's a waxwork. Hold on. If it's not Assman, I'm just gonna...
Take that!
Okay, I'm just gonna let the game tell me, because I'm... What? I feel like it could be the victim. Well, that's what I did, but... What? Yeah, or not. Alright, you know what, game? Tell me who it was. What? Oh, you're going backwards. Okay, my bad.
Take that!
What? 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 Why would... What? Why would the fucking... Why would the coroner lie? What? Wait. Just because she was... What? Okay, whatever. We'll just let the game play out. What? The name of the person in question is... What's wrong, my Nipponese friend? Surely fear doesn't bind your tongue now. It's a little late for that. Trusted ally. She's part of the police force. She was the person who said... Fucking... But I guess she could have lied. I don't know. Surely fear doesn't bind your tongue now. It's a little late for that. Of course I'm afraid. After all, naming her in this capacity is definitely going to make waves. A lot of waves. I could very well turn every single person in this courtroom against me. I'm sure it'll be all right, Mr. Naruhodo. Thank you, Mr. Zato. The enemy always appears larger than life, but you'll appear exactly the same to the enemy. All right then, here goes. You've kept us waiting long enough.
Your answer, counsel, now.
The person who colluded with Mr. Trepper in order to carry out this wicked crime is Scotland Yard's coroner, Dr. Courtney Scythe!
What in the blazes are you talking?
Wait, am I dumb? Am I dumb? What was this thing? Courtney Stevens. Oh. Courtney. Ooh. Wait. Courtney. There's no way that's a coincidence. Courtney Stevens and Courtney Scythe. So, Scythe had something to do with the professor, which would connect her to Drebber. I don't know how. Okay, interesting.
What in the blazes are you talking about? Dr. Scythe?
The head of the forensic investigation team and the coroner who conducted the autopsy on the victim?
That's right, I guess. We know there were 2 bird cages, so who could have carried out the switch to complete the illusion? The accident happened in front of a huge crowd of spectators, and the area was immediately sealed off. Then everyone, police officers included, were banished to make way for the forensic investigation team. When else could the switch have occurred? It can only have been in that team's presence.
He's so upset.
It's essential that the court determines what exactly happened following the incident. The defense demands that Dr. Scythe be summoned to the witness stand at once to testify. Oh, this is gonna be kind of hell for voicing, because I made Scythe's voice basically just a more feminine, You've got nerve, lad! I'm just gonna give him Southern. I don't know why, it fits. Standing up there, dragging the yard's name through the mud? I didn't mean to, again. I know the woman very well. There's no better dead room worker out there. How dare you call her a criminal? My learned friend's imagination appears to be wilder than the East End at night. The East End. But the recklessness of your accusation aside, is another grave problem with your argument. One which the prosecution demands you address at once. A grave problem?
Oh my word.
Who do you claim acted as the victim's doppelganger? What? Okay, this is where we bring up the fucking wax. If it's not wax, they're bullshitting. They're lying, fabricating fuckers.
Certainly, if the birdcage containing the body of the victim was exchanged for another, that cage must also have contained a body.
It contained a wax body. And yet, no missing persons or accidental deaths of anyone even remotely resembling the victim have been reported. Which means there was no one, dead or alive, who could have fulfilled the role of a body double for Mr. Assman, except for Wax, which we haven't gotten to yet.
That's true, but if my argument is that there were 2 bird cages, then there must have also been one person inside each. No, there doesn't have to be. There could have been a Wax. A Odie Waxman. But I don't know if I've got an answer for this yet, have I? I do! What can I do to reveal a body double son whose chief's name? Someone present evidence, fucking clicked the wrong thing. I fucking clicked the wrong thing. God damn it. I can't explain that at the moment. Oh, really? And when can the court expect an explanation? Now, probably? Maybe tomorrow?
God damn it, I clicked the wrong button. I clicked the wrong button! People who procrastinate lose everything in the end, Mr. Naruto. I clicked the wrong button! Isn't that slightly over the top? We can discuss that later, but for now, you ought to consider what you can do, not what you can't. All right, yes, I'll think again. I fucking clicked the wrong button. I meant to present evidence! Very well. The defense will address my learned friend's concern. Oh, shit! Oh shit, we turned his fucking comment around, his fucking racist ass comment around. It goes back at you, Van Zykes, you learned piece of shit. We're coming back with the same fire. By presenting evidence that reveals the true nature of Mr. Aspen's body double.
Good gracious, evidence I'm gonna save before I fuck up again, because I'm down to 2 lives and it's very bad for me.
Okay.
I do hope this isn't filibustering, Counsel. The court is expecting a name.
If you think you have relevant evidence, present it now. The body double and the birdcage were hiding inside the balloon that was floating above the stage, which means that the witness would only have seen them from 60 feet away. So, who was it that appeared in the explosion some 18 meters above the spectators? Aha! Bitch! Wax! Body double. See, I don't know what the fucking present. Waxwork head feels like the correct answer. I'm gonna do it, and if it's wrong, I'm going back.
Take that!
Take that! We know that the victim, Mr. Asp, okay, this was right, was in the birdcage that was situated inside the kinesis machine on stage, and therefore he couldn't have been inside the second birdcage. Instead, that contained something else. What's been described as a body double, which is what fell from the sky and crashed into the crystal tower.
Yes, Counsel, according to your somewhat elaborate version of events.
And that body double inside the second birdcage was in fact... It's alright, Mr. Naruhodo. You're ready for this. Just steel yourself and come out with it! Thank you, Mrs. Otto. I needed that. As I was saying, the body double inside the second birdcage was, as unbelievable as it may seem, that thing there. Why was it there the whole time? It was there the whole time? That was standing there the whole time? Okay.
Objection!
Objection! The fucking professor? Open your eyes and look into mine, my Nipponese friend. Bing. Now tell me, what are you playing at? Stand firm now, Ryunosuke. This is the time to show your Japanese spirit. As the court will observe, this is a waxwork model. Oh, he's doing the slaps again. Oh, brother. Oh, brother, he's lost the competent. He's lost the competent. He can only do... Oh, brother. Oh, brother, he's lost the... And now has the... brother. A model, in fact, of an infamous London murderer from 10 years ago, the Professor.
Objection!
Oh, my fucking God. You started by indicting the leader of the forensic investigation team as an accomplice in this crime. And now you've moved on to indicting Waxworks. Okay, my screen is stuttering a little bit, but yes, that's about the size of it. But why? And why this waxwork? Because it's the only waxwork in particular? It doesn't have to be this one specific. Oh, it is this one specifically. It is this one. Because this one got stolen. Oh, I was thinking it was a fucking thing. Oh my God. Looks nothing like the victim. In fact, I could hardly resemble him less. What possible justification can you give? I'll tell you what justification. If you want to know why, ask Mr. Trevor. Ooh. If Finbrain goes vroom, No, because I thought we were arguing the fact that there was a wax model made of Ass Man. But if you take off the mask and put, you know, like his clothes on there, you could definitely, maybe. What? Just days before Professor Hairbrain performed his public demonstration, Mr. Drebber abducted this model from Madame Tuspel's.
Did you say abducted?
And 2 days after the incident at the Great Exhibition, he returned it to the museum. Conveniently. I'm gonna drink some water real quick. Just give me some. Okay. Sorry about that. Then the timing.
Is this true, Mr. Drebber?
At first, I couldn't see why Mr. Drebber would have stolen the waxwork and then given it back again. But now the reason is clear. He took it so that he could put it inside the second birdcage as a body double for Mr. Assman. Good. Easy fucking bitch. Are you hearing this, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Are you hearing the defense's astonishing proposal? That's that the witness fabricated this vast machine with the intention of deceiving some wretched scientist. That he did so in collusion with the country's finest coroner on a public stage in front of a vast audience. And that, to effect the deception, he used a waxwork model that in no way resembles the victim. Are we really to believe this far-fetched tale? What do you decide? Object! Fuck you!
I got the little baby taps now. God damn it!
Wait! Yes, if you put it like that, of course it sounds implausible. My lord, I need to speak, if you please.
Go ahead, Mr. Foreman.
Myself and my colleagues have reached an agreement. Oh, fuck. Alright, here we go with the fucking telling them that what they believe is bullshit. Gaslighting. Alright, here we go.
Very good. In that case, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will state your leanings for the court to hear now.
Yep.
Guilty.
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 Guilty. Oh.
Guilty.
Guilty!
Guilty.
Guilty. Alright, well, that's fucking awesome. That's real cool.
So, as indicated by the foreman, the jury has reached a consensus.
I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it. We should get through this, Mr. Naruhodo, as we always do. It's really no big a deal. And uncover some new truths along the way, I'm quite sure. Yeah, I agree. It's not like this is par for the course. We're gonna have to appeal to the jurors as usual and see if I can persuade them to change their minds.
The defense will now embark on a summation examination. Are you and your fellows ready to proceed, Mr. Foreman?
We are, my lord.
Very well. Good shit. In that case, I ask you now to state clearly for all present to hear the grounds on which each of you have decided that the defendant is guilty of the crime which he staged.
Judicial findings, the jurors' connections. I've known that woman for years. She'd never be an accomplice to anything.
The utter nonsense to think those two would ever be conniving with one another.
Oh dear, this is most troubling. But surely the waxwork the man stole is nothing to do with the coroner, correct? I've had my own problems with members of the police. I do not trust them much. Oh, he's ACAB.
I've seen no rigorous proof that the waxwork was ever inside the birdcage. It's conjecture.
Accusing someone without right evidences is not a proper job, is he? I won't have it!
Okay, well, I'm lost and confused.
Somewhat unsurprisingly, it seems the introduction of this waxwork model to the proceedings has polarized opinion.
Given that it's face is obscured and its build in no way resembles that of the victim. I can only applaud my learned friend's temerity at suggesting it as Mr. Assman's body double. Yeah, the applause is deafening. And yes, I know it seems extraordinary, I'm aware, but that's the point. That's why I have a strong feeling it's actually a greater clue than anyone yet realizes. What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo? I can't explain why at the moment, but I feel as though there's a specific reason why it was used. Why it had to be this model. Really? A reason why nothing else would do, you mean? Yes, and I'm convinced it's something far more significant than whether or not the model looked like the victim. Well, if that's the case, we must prevent the trial from ending prematurely at all costs. Yes, agreed. I have to find a way out of this.
If you are ready, Counsel, you may proceed with the summation examination.
Yes, my lord. I will. Right now, in fact. Defense's rebuttal. Okay. I've known that woman for years. She ain't do nothing. I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it. Okay, we're jumping around a lot here. No woman for years. She'd never. Okay. Oh, I can't. Wait. Whoa. I pressed the wrong button. Hold it. That's why I wouldn't. Okay. Hold it. The order of things seems to have changed around here for some reason. I'm a copper, lad. It's copper's discretion to bend the rules sometimes when needs must. What's wrong with that? Where do I start? I've been working at the yard for 40 odd years. That's even more than I thought. We've only had a metropolitan police service in town for 70 years, you know. Of course, times have changed. The public didn't trust coppers back when it started. It was rough. We had to fight crime, and we had to fight to win the public's trust as well. And when we did, forensic science was always in its infancy, too. Even more than it is now. And she's spearheaded the revolution. Dr. Scythe, you mean? That's right. About 10 years ago now it was, when I was still youngish Bobby on the beat. That's when she started making a name for herself as a top-class coroner. And now look at her, head of the forensic investigation team. And a woman, no less. Okay, well, I mean, sure. Well, you won't hear me complaining. That's why we all dreamed of it back then, I tell you what. I tell you what, brother. Could you tell me without holding that gun in the air? We were all out to uphold justice, lad. Full of vim, we were, full of vim. That's coming across loud and clear. Gathered that. Okay, so I don't know what he's gonna fucking... Okay, so they're nonsense to think these two would have... Okay, hold on. But we're only just starting to understand this case. And you're reading the fucking newspaper, you prick. What are you reading there, sir? The man behind those murders on Solar Palm Street was caught in 2 days flat. That's real policing for you. That's really not relevant to the case, is it? You were wrong there. Because it was Dr. Scythe in charge of examining the bodies. And with the evidence arising from her work that led to the arrest of the scoundrel responsible. Oh. That's right. Oh. That woman is at the forefront of this country's fight against crime. The idea that she's somehow involved in this murky business is a load of old tosh. Sorry, I don't know why I don't know why I fucked that up so badly. Thought it was up to me to press the jurors, not the other way around. Yeah, well... Oh dear, this is most troubling, but surely the waxwork the man stole has nothing to do with the coroner, is it? Hold up, you don't know that. Why would you assume that? Well, quite simply because
That unsettling swindler has no relationship with the woman, does he? True, as it stands, we don't know of any connection. Oh gosh, but it would be delightfully romantic if they were somehow to have a mutual interest in the waxwork. Romantic? A woman of society such as myself views everything in terms of relationships, you know. Well, you learn something new every day, even if you don't want to. One might wonder about a possible relationship between the defendant and the coroner woman. Or perhaps between the defendant and the handsome prosecutor just there. This woman may be more astute than I've been giving her credit for. If that's the woman's stance, then perhaps demonstrating some connection between the waxwork and Dr. Scythe would be enough. Yes, I agree. As soon as we have even a whiff of a connection, she'll be first to know. Well, we do. I have my own problems with the members of the police. I don't trust them much.
Hold it!
Why do you not trust them? What sort of problems? Let's just say that we run into each other on numerous occasions while I've been performing on the streets. Right, I see. Obviously, artists such as myself cannot appear on stage as we work in close proximity to our audiences, so we perform our great magic in parks, on street corners, and the like. But the police use any excuse to make our lives difficult, and we have something here.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Do you have something to say in response to that, Mr. Ottermole? Who are you calling a mass murderer? I'm sorry, my mistake. I got confused because I heard you look like... Sorry. I don't look anything like the man. You want to be locked up, sonny? Thanks, Mr. Sholmes, you fucking piece of shit. Perhaps we could move on to... I was really wondering if you had something you wanted to add in response to what juror number 3 said. And clearly you do. Back in my day, back in the good old days, it wasn't like this. What was it like, sir? We worked our fingers to the bone to earn the public trust we did, and by Jove, we earned it. People respect us back then. Respected you? No one would have called a coroner into question in them days. The coroner's report was a hallmark of an investigation done right, especially when Dr. Courtney Stevens put a name to it. She was the best of the best. Hold it. Hold the fucker phone. Hold the fucker phone. What are you talking about? Who's Courtney Stevens? Sorry. Got a bit carried away there. Stevens is Dr. Scythe's mate. There it fucking is. There it fucking is. There it is. Her maiden name. She had something to do with the professor. So therefore, they have a connection. Et voila. Her maiden name. So that was before she was married. Of course, yes, silly me. It's Seth now, isn't it? Stevens. Sure, I've seen that name somewhere recently. Is there anywhere else other than here, or is it just there? Is there like a person who has Stevens in their name? Strong Asman, Hairbrain, Van Zykes, it's a fucking bitch. Lestrade, Gregson, Tuspaloon, boy. Okay, so I guess not. Okay, so it's just the, yeah. Anyway, the point is, those were the great days of policing, not like now. Sorry to interrupt, sir. But do you think you could change your statement to include that name? You're at a good point, honestly, Well, yeah. I'll see why now. Alright, there we fucking go. She was Courtney Stevens back when I knew her, of course. Legendary coroner even then. I don't have many lives to spare. I am gonna save her quick. I'm about to save real quick. Pit that. Sure.
Objection.
Fuck you.
These two statements clearly contradict. Well, they don't contradict.
Good gracious! To whose statements do you refer, Counsel?
So, juror number 2. Oh, no, this is right. What the fuck? Oh, gosh. Me? Oh, what can I do for you? I presume that you heard the juror number 6 said in his statement. It's brought light to the maiden name of the coroner, Dr. Scythe, which in turn has revealed a connection that wasn't apparent before. Well, naturally, as a woman of society, I find such connections and relationships irresistible. But, oh golly, I'm afraid I fail to see what you mean. Dr. Scythe's maiden name is Stevens, and through that name, the coroner is very definitely linked to the waxwork of the killer. The defense has evidence to prove it. My goodness, evidence, you say? How utterly enthralling.
Counsel, the court cannot overlook that remark. I very much hope that there is substance to your claim.
Of course, my lord, there always is, except when there isn't. How would ask that the court would look at this? The evidence that links Dr. Scythe to the blah, 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 this bitch.
Take that!
I have here a certain autopsy report from 10 years ago.
A 10-year-old autopsy report? What relevance does that have?
It is, of course, from the autopsy of the person portrayed in the waxwork. The killer, known as the Professor.
The professors? But the man was a capital offender, so...
That's right. This is a certification of death that was drawn up after the convict's execution. The identity of the killer was never made public, so the report gives few details. But what's important is the name of the coroner who wrote it. Courtney Stevens. Oh my! Courtney Stevens! Strike a light! It appears that the professor's autopsy was conducted by Dr. Scythe 10 years ago. And a few days ago, Mr. Drebber very deliberately stole the waxwork of the professor of from Madame Tuspel's. A waxwork that doesn't in fact resemble the victim, Mr. Assman, at all. And do you suppose there's some unsavory relationship between those events? Absolutely, I'm sure of it. There's no doubt in my mind that the professor case is at the heart of a link that we have yet to uncover. Between Dr. Courtney Scythe and Mr. Enoch Drebber. Hidden links, mysterious connections, secret relationships. This is all most extraordinary. We're surely obliged now to explore this further. Boop. Yippee! Quite right. We can't let this trial come to an end now. Not with all this class suspicion hanging over the yards. I wasn't like this in my day, but we're still here to uphold justice in the end of fucking booby. Yippee! We just need one more, don't we? Right? Oh, yeah, okay, we need one more. Okay. Professors. Okay, so now that we have this connection, what can we... I suppose we just press the other people that I had yet to press. See, no rigorous proof. Let's press that. But you claimed the whole instantaneous kinesis demonstration was a trick.
That I did, but there's more than one way to pull a rabbit out of a hat, isn't there?
Sorry?
I grant you, given that this cage appeared from amidst an explosion, there'd have been no need to use a real person. But if a waxwork had been used, the culprit could at least have had the decency to make it look like the victim.
I'm not sure exactly how much criminals are governed by decency.
The point is, if you're going to make a claim about that waxwork being the bird cage, you need to give us some evidence. Without that, it's just not science.
I suppose we should expect nothing less than a logical argument from a fellow of the Royal Society. But that perhaps means his mind could be changed if we manage to present suitable evidence. Evidence that the professor's waxwork was inside that birdcage. Can I... I'll let the game tell me. I can, apparently. Actually, I have something I'd like you to see, sir.
Oh?
I must warn you that I firmly believe it's only wise to trust men in white coats. So given your jet black outfit, it's blue. I don't mind admitting to a sense of trepidation here. It's blue. So you don't trust anyone in black. Looking in the mirror must be very trying. I do have some evidence that proves the waxwork was inside that birdcage, namely... Can I save? I actually... Is it the glass? Glass?
Take that!
Yep, glass. Got it. What's that? A piece of glass? That's unusually thick for glass. Yes, it's a piece of broken glass that we found inside the jacket of the waxwork. As you say, it's not ordinary glass, though. It's very thick and clearly made for extra strength. Much like the special glass that was developed for the construction of the Crystal Tower. The Crystal Tower. Holy smoke! Exactly. The centerpiece of the Great Exhibition where the very incident we're talking about took place. On the day in question, the birdcage fell from above and smashed through a window of that special glass. From whence the small piece originated, is that it? Precisely. So, what do you say? Now that clear evidence in support of the assertion has been placed before you. My fucking god. Well, as I said, I only trust men in white coats as a rule. However, when the reasoning is sound, it's fair to say color shouldn't come into it. Oh, wow, he's based. In light of what you've shown me here, yes, I feel obligated to change my position on the matter. In that case, juror number 4, you will amend your statement now, please. Presence of that piece of glass leaves me in little doubt that the waxwork was inside the birdcage. It's not without right evidence. Okay. But we do have evidence now. We do have evidence now. So maybe we pit these two together.
Objection!
Yep, because we do have evidence now. Those two statements clearly contradict each other. Good gracious. To which statements do you refer, counsel? If you could put down your corn for a moment, juror number 5.
Oh, you mean me?
You pointed out that it's wrong to make an accusation without evidence, but the accusation that the waxwork model was inside the second birdcage on the day in question is not without supporting evidence, as the defense demonstrated to the juror sitting beside you.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Would it be fair to say you didn't follow the argument?
I don't understand much beside Colonel Cobb, to be honest.
Great. Of course you don't. If I could interject here. Please do, sir. Now that this assertion of yours about the waxwork has been backed up by some solid evidence, it would be wrong of me, a man of silence, not to pursue the matter further. Okay, fair enough. So we're at a 50-50 split, right? And that's all we need.
Well, me too then.
Sorry?
If this brainy gentleman says he's right, he must be. See, I wouldn't dream of going against Colonel Cobb or anyone who goes something between the ears. Boop.
Okay, well, I got that. Ow. Success! If you can call it that. Thank you, counsel. That will do. As a result of the summation examination, the jury's overall leaning has changed. 2 jurors now call guilty against 4 who call not guilty. Accordingly, the court has failed to reach a consensus at this time. You can never call it a success. I can now. Fuck you. The trial must continue.
We did it! Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo. Another wonderful victory.
Boom.
A waxwork of the despicable professor.
Do I wanna... I'll just keep going, fuck it. I'm very hungry, but I'm gonna just keep going.
Used as a body double for the victim in this quite extraordinary case. I must say, it's extremely hard to believe the assertion could possibly be true. However, it would appear that it does at least warrant
Oh, thank God.
further investigation.
It's the waxwork of the professor that links Mr. Drebber and Dr. Scythe. And I'm convinced that there's a special significance to that link.
I don't know what you're hoping to prove, lad. I really don't. The truth, sir, by using evidence and testimony.
If the court is to delve deeper into the alleged involvement of the waxwork in this case, then the prosecution calls for the owner of the model to be summoned as a witness.
The owner?
Madam Tuspel. I really thought that Lord Van Sykes would object to this whole line of inquiry, but here we fucking are, I guess.
Very well, I concur. Make arrangements for Madame Tuspel to appear as a witness with immediate effect.
Listen carefully, my learned friend. Oh, yes? You should know that you're on the brink of opening Pandora's box. Is that it? Oh, that's it. Okay.
The court shall now adjourn for 45 minutes, or at least a day, because Finn's gonna stop streaming. During that time, the prosecution will summon the new witness and prepare her for a take in the stand.
Madam Tuspel, yes. I shall see it at once, my lord. Or see to it at once. Oopsies poopsies. Okay. Land me on to be continued. Fuck yeah, baby. Fuck yeah. I'm fucking spacing these out well. Oh, I was getting good though. Well, I'm streaming. I don't know. I'm gonna stream it later eventually. But I need food. I am hungry. And I need to do other things. So, we're gonna end it here for the day. I still have to write my entire fucking stream thing. I have to write my entire fucking what is it? My entire stream schedule, because I haven't started that yet. So, I'm gonna see if I can find someone to raid who's also playing this game, or just like someone in general. I don't know. We'll find it. My computer's lagging. My computer's lagging. Help me, please. Everything is lagging. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up goddamn Twitch. Why is everything not working? Actually, we'll do this just for the ending here. Put this music on so that it doesn't feel entirely empty. And now we're gonna go look up the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We're gonna see if I can find anyone else streaming it. Okay, sure. Let's do this one, because they look like they're right at the start of the first game. So that's perfect. So let's do what is it? Dazura underscore. I think that's right. Okay. All right. We're going to raid this guy. He's playing the game, or he's playing the first game. This is the second game. So we're going to raid him. Thank you everyone who came by. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.